everyone. It's your big sister Chiquis, and you've reached my personal voicemail box for the Dear Chiquis podcast. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with, whether you're going through a breakup or having issues with your family, or maybe you have a question about my personal life. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and my opinions, and if you're suffering from a serious issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your message at the sound of the beep.
Hello, I need some advice from someone who doesn't know me. I'm in a 21-year relationship with my high school sweetheart. We have 4 amazing children, and throughout the duration of our relationship, I've endured multiple extramarital affairs on his behalf, and I've always forgiven him. He swears that he doesn't know why he does these things, and I kind of believe him, and I have faults of my own. I'm a little emotionally withdrawn from the relationship, which I know doesn't excuse, but it can contribute to the symptoms. I just don't know what to do. I love him, and I could definitely continue on with him, but I don't think I can continue on with this type of life. It's not fair for me. It's not fair for my children. And I've seen him on his knees recently begging for forgiveness, but he definitely wants to change, and I just don't know how we go forward. How do we start all over, even though I love him?
Ooh, this is tough. First off, thank you for trusting me enough to give you advice. Look, when they say love is not enough, this is what they mean in this situation. And I'm all about love. I am like love. Even the people that hurt us, send them love and light. I really believe in the power of love. But in a situation like this, 21 years, 4 children later, multiple infidelities, in my personal opinion, this is what they mean when they say love isn't enough. I know you love him, and I'm sure he loves you, but not enough for him to stay faithful. I know you love him, but do you love him more, or do you love yourself more and your children more? You have to ask yourself that question, and only you can answer that. Staying in a relationship because, I love him, or I'm used to him, or I have 4 kids with him, in my opinion, that's not enough, babe. This is the only life that you get. And it happens so quickly. And the years go by very quickly. How do you want to spend the rest of your life? Back and forth? I just don't think he has self-control. If he says, I don't know why I do this, if you have no self-control and no discipline as a man, that's pretty heavy. Again, in my opinion, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. It's different. I don't have children. But even then, I've seen so many relationships around me that stay in their marriages because of the children. And then the children grow up and they move out and they start their lives. And then you're left empty, completely empty, an empty shell. So you have to think of the future, not only your future, but your children's future, because you are setting the example. I'm sure you have daughters, but even if it's just boys, what are you teaching them by staying in a relationship like this? I know it's hard. It's a hard decision, which is why you came on here and asked me. And I'm sure a lot of people around you have probably given you the same advice, but we don't like to hear it from people so close. So I think you know the answer. Deep down inside, you know the answer. But if you need me to tell you what Chiquis would do, I would excuse myself from the situation personally, because life is beautiful. And I'm not saying that the separation is not going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. 100% it's going to be difficult. But you have to choose what difficult you want. You also said that you're emotionally withdrawn. So it's like you have to think, gotta pick my poison. It's going to hurt either way. Do I stay and hurt, or do I leave and hurt and feel free? That's something that you have to really think about. But I already told you what I would do. Having 4 children with someone, I know it's not easy to just get up and go. But this is your life. And when they say, or it says in the Bible somewhere, I don't know where Or they say, ayúdate y yo te ayudaré. Okay, God is saying, help yourself and I will help you. You have to make and take that action step and then he will guide you and help you. But if you stay in that, he's like, well, that's where she wants to be. I mean, I can't really do much about it, you know? And he's going to be sorry and he's going to beg. Yeah, but you obviously don't love me enough to stop putting your penis other places. I mean, that's just the truth, babe. I mean, straight up. He loves you, but does he love you the way you deserve? Does he value you and your children, your family unit? Because if he did, he wouldn't do that kind of shit over and over and over. Once I get, okay, people make mistakes, we can forgive, but over and over and over and over, no one deserves that, babe. What do you want? 10 years from now, say I stayed in this relationship and I'm older and time has passed and all these 5-10 years that I could have like just been a little happier and freer and you're carrying that. I could hear it in your voice. It's heavy and I know what that feels like. I'm sure you are in bed at night crying and he's right beside you and you feel lonely. I know the feeling. It's hard, but when you get out of it, it is so freeing and so liberating. Trust me. But that's just my opinion. I will respect whatever you decide, but you know the answer and I know you know deep down inside. And I'm getting chills on my body right now because I'm like, I know it's heavy, but you came on here and I'm always going to keep it 100 with you. I'm always going to keep it 100. I hope that helps, babe. And please keep me updated. And if you decide to excuse yourself from the relationship, I can also help you and guide you on what are the next steps because it's not going to be easy. But you got this. It will pass. Pain doesn't last forever. So thank you for coming on here again. Okay, guys, moving on to Emily.
Hey, Chiquis. I am rewatching the series Mariposa de Barrio. That's basically the novela of your mom. I'm sure you know it. I know that a lot of things are more, how can I say, more, I don't know if it's fake or just more dramatic because, again, it is a telenovela. But I wanted to know if majority of the stuff was true. Like, for example, I know there's a scene where when Mikey is born, your mom had to deliver by herself because the hospital staff was negligent. Was that true, or was that something that just to, like, you know, make more drama in the novela? There was also other stuff that I was wondering about that was true, but I can't really think of them right now. So just in general, were a lot of the things like fabricated, or was most of it real things that happened?
Ooh, thank you for your question, Miss Emily. Okay, so Mariposa de Barrio is one that I like more than a lot of the stuff that has come out about my mom's story. It is the closest to the truth. Again, it is a novela, so it is over dramatized. But that part specifically about Mikey, I know my mom had to deliver him alone because my dad left the hospital to go take a nap. But my mom never believed that. She thought that he went out to do bad things. So when he came, my dad was not in the room. As far as the hospital being negligent, I don't know that, to be honest. Like, I think the foundation of it is mainly like close to reality. It's just, it was decorated with a little bit more drama and a lot of it was just like just done, in my opinion. But I would say 70% of what's on there is the truth because they interviewed each one of us in the family, like the core family, like my grandparents, my siblings, my uncles, like the core family, what their experience was with my mom. So that's what they went based off of. So we were involved in the process a little more, but yeah, I think it's just fluffed and plushed a little bit, if you know what I mean. But I'm glad you're watching and I hope that you're loving it or loved it. Thank you, Emily, for your question. Okay, guys, last question comes from Maria.
Hey, Chiquis. First, I want to let you know how much I admire you and your mother. Both of you are amazing. My question is in regards to endometriosis. I know you had mentioned before that you dealt with endometriosis in the past and that you have had surgeries for this. I'm currently dealing with it myself right now, and I'm just like so lost with, dealing with this disease and what it comes with it. Do you mind sharing like what you do to cope with pain, with flares? Because I see that you're always out and about, and I haven't been able to do that myself.
Hi, Maria. I'm so sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. I'll be honest. I do have endometriosis, but I never have had a symptom. Well, I read it. I mean, the only reason I know I have endometriosis is because when I went to my fertility doctor and we were doing the IVF process and all that, when he went in there to remove a cyst in my ovary, he said, "You have endometriosis all over your uterus." I'm like, what the heck is that? It's the first time I had ever heard it. He's like, "Oh, do you have like heavy bleeding? Do you have heavy cramps?" And I started looking at the symptoms and I'm like, well, I don't have any of that. So I've always doubted if I have it, but I do have it because he's not the only doctor that told me. I guess where it shows up is it being more difficult for me to get pregnant with endometriosis, and I get polyps and stuff like that. But as far as the symptoms, babe, I don't really like have like heavy cramping or heavy bleeding or anything like that. I will tell you this though. I stay away from a lot of things that I've heard can give you flare-ups, certain foods. So I would suggest for you to look that up, like what foods to avoid, what foods actually help it. Teas, a lot of teas, herbal teas are good for endometriosis to like soothe. Heating pads are amazing. And also there is this product, again, I'm not a doctor, so this is just a suggestion, but I just came across it the other day. It's called Life Purpose, okay? And it's Chinese medicine. So an herbal tea that you put in warm water, not hot water, and you drink it every day on an empty stomach and then later on a day. So it's twice a day. Anyway, go look it up. It'll ask for your symptoms and it's supposed to regulate your hormones. I think another reason why I don't get a lot of the symptoms is because I've been doing hormone therapy for a long time. So I do suggest you looking into that. Ask your doctor, ask your OBGYN, and see what they suggest. But these are the things that I have done and that I think have helped me just regulate my hormones a little bit. So yeah, look into that. I am sending you a big hug because I have heard that it's very painful. I don't know if like later on it's going to like, I don't know, but definitely hormones and keeping them leveled and balanced is going to help a lot. So thank you, Maria. And I hope that you feel better soon, babe, because yeah, anything that has to do with our reproductive area is always just so sensitive and a vulnerable thing to talk about. So thank you for trusting me to answer your question. And thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And again, if you have a question, I am here for you. Okay, you can leave it at speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. And I promise to do my best to give you the best advice always. Okay, catch you on the next one. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.